Tifu by accidentally calling my professor a bitch. Didn't happen today. Also probably not what you think. During my computer science bachelor's, we had practical courses at the uni. We'd sit in a lab filled with routers and computers and do stuff with them. We were a small course, so everybody knew everybody and we'd all joke and laugh and insult each other for fun. About the room layout, there'd be multiple tables in rows, 2 rows would be connected in the middle but with computers in between. So basically, 3 people, computers, 3 people, corridor, 3 people etc. If you turn around, you face 3 other students. One day, during the morning, I was sitting in said lab, only one of my group mates was around at that time. Behind us sat 3 people. Now that's where I fuck up. We hadn't said hello to the group behind us yet, so I turned around and, without thinking, said what's up, bitches? You know, the usual. That's when I froze. The person behind me was not my classmate, it was my professor and he was right in the middle of explaining something to the other 2. I froze for a second when I realized what just happened, then, in shock, turned back around, pretending nothing happened. My groupmate looked at me with pure horror in his eyes. Did you really just call him a bitch? He whispered. I told him to shut up and keep working. Later that day, I was told the third person who was supposed to sit behind me instead of the professor was sick and wouldn't come. I didn't know that. And, just to be clear, I would never knowingly disrespect or insult a person. The only people who hear insults from me are my friends who know I don't mean it. I have to assume my professor assumed that I didn't know he was there, since he didn't say anything, not that moment and not ever. He definitely heard though. The group told me later he turned around for a second, totally confused, then just kept explaining stuff. So no harm on that side, that professor is very chill, but boy, that story spread quickly among the people who knew me and people remind me to this day about that one day I insulted my professor. The whole thing happened like 2 years ago and I really wonder if the professor remembers. If he does, he surely is hiding it well. Needless to say, I have a sort of trauma, in the way that I now triple check if the person I'm about to talk to isn't by any chance a professor or somebody I should watch my tongue around. If you also have the habit of insulting your friends for fun, don't be me and always check if it's really them before you say anything. TLDR in class, I turned around and said what's up, bitches? Not knowing my professor was right behind me. My professor didn't seem to care, but people won't let me forget about it even 2 years later.